All right, we're back. I'm going to talk about the episodes 3 and 4, Spider-Man Noir. We're back with the our favorite burning a match down to my fingertips till I feel something guy. I think these episodes were really good. I really particularly like episode 3's beginning. Actually, most of episode 3 was really good. The beginning really started to show who he was going to be, like how much they were going to let Nick Cage kind of be Nick Cage. And he kind of really went for it, and not just that. Like they went, like I said in the last video, they went specifically stylized in certain ways, and you can feel it a lot in this one. But you can also see a little bit more camera work when you see Robbie's doing videos, or not videos, but pictures of Tombstone and Sandman when they are fighting a bunch of cops that are raiding this little, like, I don't know what you would call it, like a little homeless camp almost. It's just like a little area for not refugees, but people, and it's mostly black people because it's the 1920s, and let's be honest, it's pretty fucked. I mean, you see specific things here and there. There's like whites only in this area and stuff like that, and it they're doing it through the perspective of Robbie, mainly, which I think is a great idea. But you see that a little bit. I mean, they're just going to fuck up this place, and Tombstone Lonnie decides to come out, and Sandman Flint, and he gets some great shots. Like the camera work done there through the camera and out of the camera to get the shots and all the angles. It looks super cool, super comic booky, and very noir. Like this episode was very noir. What do you know? Silvermane needs help. He asked Ben Reilly to be a private investigator to figure out who pretty much his rat is. Ben Reilly takes some time and figures out that it's Cat. Uh, you don't really know why in the moment, why Cat would be doing that, but you come to see why in the episode. Was in a we'll get into that. She was in a relationship with Flint Marko, and there was a guy before Flint Marko. So she has her own reasons of why she's trying to take out Silvermane. But she's kind of on the ends because she sings at his club and all this stuff. So Ben Reilly figures that out, ends up having to try to pay off the Pyro guy's wife because she's going to tell Silvermane that it is Cat. He doesn't want to screw Cat over. But she wants $1,000 in the 1920s. I mean, it's a lot of money. And he ain't got that. So the only time in the episode that you see him in his outfit, my hair is crazy right now. The only time that you see him in the Spider-Man suit in this episode is when he's robbing a motherfucker. Like he's robbing Silvermane of $1,000. But he preferences early in the episode, like every bill that Silvermane gives out is like marked bills. And it's the whole line of like, people lie, money shows the truth. So you can tell by marked bills. There's this whole thing going on with that. So he steals money, steals $1,000 from Silvermane, gives it to the girl. Pretty much keep her hush and she'll get out of town, pretty much. The Silvermane henchmen guys see him there, and it's such a weird shot because it's like there's a bunch of windows, but only her window and one other window is open. And like she's just standing right in the window. If she's someone that was trying to be hiding, I don't understand why she would. I don't know. What do I know? But so she, they see her there and obviously get the info from her. So he goes to catch Cat because he had the little kid, his little homie. I like the kid actor too. He does a good job. Lets him know like, oh, Cat left. He had the dude keep an eye on Cat, and Cat left to go get out of town because she went to talk to Flint. Flint went crazy. He acted like he wanted to be with her. He's like, I'm a monster, and punched a hole in the wall. acting like me when I was 22. I just don't understand. It was weird. It was a weird scene. But so then they move on. He's going to stop Cat. The henchmen catch him with her, try to put two and two together. They're running away together. Bring him back to Silvermane. Silvermane then gets, confronting them. He has a hole for them to get buried in. And she openly says about like $1,000 was given or whatever. She gives him the money. He sees that it's marked with the same markings that he gives this other dude. What Spider-Man Noir did was flip that money, put in the ones that he gave, so it made it look like him. So Silvermane shoots that dude. And then he says something to Ben Reilly along the lines of a shovel because we're going to need another hole. And then you see like a close-up of the gun and then it pops. And the episode ends. And you're like, that's why you shouldn't drop all 8 episodes in the same day. Because that would have been nice to sit on for the week. But, they dropped all 8 episodes. So even if it was just a couple days, it doesn't matter. They dropped all 8 episodes, so we move right on to episode 4. And you see that he wasn't shooting Ben Reilly. He was shooting one of his other henchmen. And I will say before I get done with episode 3, it was great. I think you got a lot of detective work. The little bit of Spider-Man was goofy to me just because it was him robbing somebody. It was weird. But it was fun. It was a good episode. Really good episode. Episode 4, Ben Reilly takes a pretty big backseat in this episode, I would say. I would say Spider-Man in general takes a pretty big backseat for the most part till the end. You get a lot of Robbie going around in Harlem. And he's trying to find Tombstone. And you get some Silvermane trying to figure out certain things going on as well with Flint Marko. Stuff like that. Him with the mayor as well. There's some good acting scenes there as well. But yeah, Ben Reilly takes a pretty big backseat in the 4th episode. But you do get backstory about what happened to his wife, girlfriend. I don't know if he actually ever said they got married. But, and maybe that's comic accurate. I don't remember off the top of my head. But for him to be like, I got a guy, he went to prison, hated me, found out, I don't even know how, but found out that I liked her, killed her. And then he bases it on because they met. But if I'm being honest, he's trying to be like, if I wasn't drunk, I could have saved her. And he does drink a lot in the show. I think there's definitely something there. Like by the end, he'll probably put the bottle down. But that's, good backstory to build there. They give you the reason how people got powers. And it's not, reinventing the wheel in any way. It's definitely been done before. But it's, German tests when they were POWs. Tombstone admits that's kind of how that happened. And they were all kind of part of the same, group. Sorry, I'm blanking on the word. But so they all must have been like POWs and test subjects. And that's how like Flint Marko became Sandman. He became Tombstone and the Pyro guy. And the other person that you see in the episode, Megawatt, who is, I think he's in one single issue of the comics. And such a small character in Spider-Man. But I love the actor that played him. I think he should do more voiceover work. He did phenomenal. I think that was such a great voice, and it was such a good character, and you can tell he's definitely coming back. I was watching in black and white. Obviously, I'm doing the whole videos in black and white for a reason. It looked a little funny, the electric stuff. I think electric always looks a little funny, so maybe, I'll let it go a little bit. It did look a little funny, though. But the fight was good. You got to see more Spider-Man there, I was a little bit irritated at first when Kat can hear on the radio and she thinks it's Flint. So she wants to go down there, and then he's like, he just completely flip flopped from what he was, and he just went and kissed her. Like they had him while they're about to kiss. I'm like, you're Robin Silvermane. You're like trying to kiss up on Sandman's girl. I mean, she's kind of allowing it too, which ain't right either. I was kind of like, what the heck is going on here? But I'm like, well, you need to chill out a little bit, Spider-Noir. You need to chill out a little bit, man, all right? But anyways, it was good. The fight was good with Megawatt. It proves that he actually is a challenge. It's going to be funny. Earlier in the episode, Nicolas Cage said Harlem, the funniest I've ever seen anyone say anything. And then after this fight with Megawatt, he has to get like the electricity out of him. I don't really know what he was doing. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. But it was Nick Cage. I mean, that's what you want. And then how did that episode end? I literally just watched it too, but I had to get dinner ready or lunch ready for my daughter. Yeah, there was an interesting ending. For some reason, I can't remember exactly how that turned out. Oh, yes, duh. She, Kat comes back after calling Ben Reilly a coward because he wouldn't go, but he was kind of playing it off so he could go in there as Spider-Man and fight Megawatt. So she comes back, and you can tell she already knows. She goes right to the window, opens up the window, and asks him about why his face is bruised all of a sudden. He says he ran to a door, and he can't give her an answer. And then she jumps out the window to see if he's Spider-Man. And he saves her. Credits roll. Yeah, I think it's a good episode. I like putting him in the backseat, giving us more Tombstone, and we're getting a lot of Tombstone. I mean, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was a great Tombstone, and I was like, dang, I don't think you're doing this as well. Kind of same with Flint Marko. I'm like, I don't know if you're fleshing out Flint Marko as good as what you could be, and I like Flint Marko's character. Like I like the Sandman in a lot of different iterations. So I don't know, but it's coming around. Especially Tombstone is coming around on me, and we're gonna get another Tombstone in Brand New Day. So it's a lot of Tombstone right now. Not a bad thing, just a lot of them. So we'll see how good they can keep going with that. It seems like they're definitely going anti-hero for sure, which isn't bad. He does look goofy. That is such an interesting design. But yeah, I think 3 and 4 pretty darn good. I think they were better than 1 and 2. You're really starting to understand the characters and what they're about. And yeah, please like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm trying to get 50 subscribers just so I can go live and do all that stuff for YouTube on a weekly basis with certain other things that I would love to do content on. Appreciate it, guys. I'll be back for 5 and 6. I might post them today. It might be tomorrow. Don't harp on me. It'll be either tonight or tomorrow. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.